Hello everyone and welcome back to today's morning report on Tuesday the 9th of September with me, Richard Berry, market analyst at Antech Markets. I'm going to move on to sterling dollar now, and sterling dollar has obviously been the big story in these currency markets over the past few days. What a huge sell-off we've had, and that has been driven by this announcement or this poll result that suggests that the pro-Scottish independence campaign is beginning to now win the argument, and it could well happen that in the next 2 weeks, up in the run up to Thursdays, on Thursday the 18th, the polling day for Scottish independence, we could have incredible volatility in this cable chart now as all the polls come out. We've had another one in the past 24 hours that suggests that it's leaning towards Scottish independence again, and it just looks like it's going to be this uncertainty that this whole situation derives has put pressure on sterling, and to be honest, the news flow is significantly driving this. It's not anything really you can say other than that. It's the uncertainty of Scottish independence and further downside in this cable chart is being seen now. You've the only real levels that we can point out on this chart is the certainly the instance that you've got the $1.59.99, which obviously is 1 pip away from $1.60, which is a very significant psychological handle, certainly on cable, and that is the Fibonacci retracement of a big rally that we had. Whoops, wrong way. The big rally from 148.13 up to 171.91 over the past 12 months, and that is just an incredible sell-off that we've had now in the past few weeks. Just huge downside, and certainly that is the first support really now that we're looking at. But in terms of intraday today, we've had a bit of a move to the downside and a little bit of support, but nothing major that you could really put your hat on. 60.62 is that low, but it's just going to be I think huge volatility now. I don't see how anything else is going to be, because these traders are going to be so uncertain as to how this outcome is going to be, and they've therefore got to factor in all number of eventualities, and it's just going to create incredible spikes, I think, on cable. 61.86 is the reaction high that we had from yesterday, but that is the initial resistance, and again another reaction high from yesterday, 62.33, before you get further unwinding. But even that's well over 100 ticks to the upside, so there's so much further. There's so much that could happen in this cable chart that playing it is a very difficult game at the moment. I mean, if you've got any sort of risk aversion in you, then I think trading cable at the moment is a very difficult ask, because it's so volatile, and the potential for rebound is significant in terms of this RSI. Look at the RSI on the daily chart, 12.7. Now that is actually back to sort of levels that we haven't seen since September 2008, when we saw this enormous sell-off. Now the trouble is, with an enormous sell-off, I will zoom in and show you what happened during these months in September or late 2008, is that you had these moves to the downside, but then you do have instances of like enormous rallies as well. I mean, when we had the RSI back at 11 back in those sort of days, we had 200-point swing days, and it's just incredible. To be able to really play this with any certainty is just very difficult to know. So I think any sort of uncertainty that continues in this cable chart will maintain this volatile outlook, and I think it just will be a very risky play up until certainly a result that comes out from the next Thursday's election. Anyway, I wish you good luck in your trading on cable, and I will speak to you later. Thank you.